Two old-fashioned words that have come to my mind recently. Felicity and evidence. Let me just dwell on these for a minute, can I? Now, felicity apparently means intense happiness. Another understanding of it is the ability to find appropriate expression for one's thoughts. Okay. Now, evidence means joining in trust. Evidence is built on biblical values of integrity, quality, and strong relationship. Even our name, evidence, comes from Latin for joining in trust. And I'm reading now from, I don't know, whatever Google's giving me as the definition. Hang on a sec. So, putting the two together, the spiritual life is the felicitous evidence found in communion with God, our Heavenly Father, and all that He loves and cares for. This is the shalom, the peace, the fulfillment, the complete provision found in the presence of our beloved God, our Heavenly Father. We practice, we live an evidence to God. We are engaged, dedicated to God. That peace and joy floods us, that shalom, that oneness. We are in love. Life is the betrothal, the engagement, the transcendence to the full consciousness of the loveliness of God. A communion of embrace with the most lovely and the most wonderful. It's an eloquence that's translated into song, worship, a shalom within. In short, we dwell in the heavenlies. It is the spiritual reality behind the material parallel played out when a person falls in love. Except instead of it being a fall, here's the transcendence. A fantastic rise, levitation above the clouds into perfect light, brilliant, eternal sunshine. The reality of God. So, is it an evident felicity or a felicitatious evidence? It's the joy of being engaged, to the one you love, the newness of the relationship, the loveliness, the courting. Giving birth to a glorious creativity. The most wonderful unfolding ever and always. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Right, now being born again is the genetic coming together of that of God and that of whoever you are. And certain qualities that you are separate out and join with that of God, which will match and make you, us, a complete being, a new person from who you have experienced being, and that of God which will make it complete. Fantastic, you see? So the Kriya is a reflection upon a foundation of you and God marrying together. And what we experience in this life is that being born again. We are engaged, finding out about, coming together, harmonizing who we are with who God is. And the climax of such is the new creation of life. As an eternal member of the host of heaven, that we are in the becoming of at the minute, in this felicitous affidence, engagement, this coming together, this astonishing courtship that we are in what we call physical life. Utterly wonderful, you see. It's bringing in an eternal being from the transitory. Now, anyone that feels a lack longs to be completed and hungers and thirsts for righteousness. The longing for God, or as the secular feels or understands more, that wondering after what is the meaning of life? What does it all mean? What am I lacking? What am I looking for? What will make me complete? What makes everything worthwhile? What is it that I'm looking for? And this is what the adolescent comes into in youth. this wondering, had the experience of childhood, separates from the home and the parents, starts to see differently to them, know its difference, know what it agrees with mum and dad and what it doesn't, and wonders where he's going, he or she. They wonder where they're going. It's exciting. There's a longing. There's a searching. There's a finding. And there's a consummation. And that is what physical life is here on Earth. And no doubt in many other places too. No doubt simply because of the sheer numbers of stars in the sky, in the heavens. And notice these stars, these places of life and potential life, are in what we call also the heavens. Don't underestimate what space is. What we see as physical space, the vastness between stars, each star and another. There are the thoughts of God, but they are in the substance of who he is, what he is, we might say. And that substance is manifested to us in our consciousness and our understanding in particular, as what we make of space. You know how we, in our rather primitive astronomical science, have assumed must exist, like dark matter and dark energy. The hypothetical existence of something that makes sense of what we take to be reality. Do you see the parallel, or is it the manifestation in our sensibility of our battling to understand the physical realm by an assumption that's being made of the spiritual, which we can't measure, which, whilst we are in the physical, is beyond our grasp, but must be there. And you know, when you think deeply, you fall in love. You're so close to that conviction of what the reality must be beyond what you're experiencing in the physical. And that is what we call spiritual. That which gives meaning and understanding and life's vitality, the vitality to life, that which gives life, that which creates, that which sustains, behind that which we experience. And can't fully explain without the spiritual, without the assumption like in science of dark matter and dark energy. And well, put together, it's not dark at all. It's surmised to be 95% of the universe. As my mum used to say, there's more things in heaven and earth than you or I have ever dreamed. And when we dream, when we surmise, when we reflect, when we meditate upon, we start to confront the hidden, the spiritual, the eternal. We start to seek for God, whether we realize it or not. Staggering. There's a felicitations, evidence that should be in everyone's life, that should be embarked upon, embraced, committed to, engaged with, that brings the peace, the shalom, the meaning to life is this. Thank you, Heavenly Father. So, evidence took Felicity by the hand and they embraced. And the song of creation was established. The child that was born is who you are. So we are born of God, and we dwell in the heavenlies. Shalom. Thank you, Heavenly Father.